Okay, let's go over example 1, writing ratios, and this is part of chapter 5, section 1, ratios. Okay, so as you can see, we have some coins here. Okay, so that's the picture that we're going to look at. And part A says, write the ratio of pennies to quarters. So, to find ratios, we count how many of each quantity that we have. Okay, so first we need to find pennies. So let's count how many pennies. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 pennies to, then we're comparing it to quarters. Let's count our quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To 7 quarters. Okay, so we could write it this way in that we use words and we use the word to. Or we could write it 6:7, which also means 6 to 7. And make sure that so in our problem, it says ratios of pennies to quarters. So that means that there's 6 pennies. So making sure that you count the thing that, make sure you count in order. Okay, so if it's at quarters to pennies, then we would say 7 to 6. So that'd be different because the numbers are flipped around. So make sure you count the items that are in order in the phrase. All right, so problem B says write the ratio of quarters to dimes. Okay, let's count our quarters again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 quarters. To dimes. 1, 2, 3. 7 quarters to 3 dimes. Or we could simply write it 7:3, which means 7 to 3. Okay, last one. Part C, or problem C says, write the ratio of, that should say dimes and not times. Write the ratio of dimes to total number of coins. Okay, so see, let's count our dimes. 1, 2, 3. 3 dimes, 2. Now the total number of coins. Now we're going to count all of them, including the dimes, because dimes are part of the total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 3 dimes to 16 total coins. So this is an example of part to whole ratio because we're comparing the dimes, which is a part, to the whole, which is all of the coins. So we could write it 3 dimes to 16 total coins, or we could have written it 3:16. 3 to 16. Okay, let's try another one. Now we have some squares. So problem D says write the ratio of blue squares to red squares. Okay, let's count our blue squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blue squares. 2, okay, let's count our red squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 red squares. So we can write it that way. Or we could simply say 4:5. Okay, I challenge you to pause the video and see if you can solve problem E and F on your own. Problem E says write the ratio of green squares to red squares. Okay, let's count our green squares. 1, 2, 3. 3 green squares to, let's count our red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we could write it that way with all of the words. Or we could say 3:5. 3 to 5. This colon means 2. Okay, problem F says write the ratio of blue squares to green squares. Okay, let's count our blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blue squares to 1, 2, 3 green squares. Or we could write it 4:3. All right, and that's that.